All right. Hey, good morning, folks. We're over here at Lindo Lake, and is it beautiful or what out here? I love coming here and showing you new vehicles. Today, the 2025 Hyundai Ioniq 5, all electric, a little bit different look to it. If you really look close, it's kind of got an off-road look to it, and that's exactly what they decided to do. Now, I can't tell you how many people have come up to me and said, off-road? Who would take an electric car off-road? Well, the off-roading community found with another manufacturer that's got electric capabilities that they really like the ability to go off-road with electric, a lot more responsive, a little bit more accelerator control. So I don't know if that's Hyundai's idea, but you get bigger tires and wheels, a little bit more aggressive tread. You know, they even did a kind of a camo around the wheel wells. Didn't do anything else. This one is a two-motor electric car, and I got to tell you, for 2025, they did a different battery in it. It says that it'll get like 318 range. I started this morning at 344, and I got to tell you, that to me was everything. I mean, because range is what's important. It's not so much range as it is terrain, and I've been driving all morning, and I've only lost about 10 miles of range. So with that being said, one speed automatic, you've got all the bells and whistles you could want. There's, I don't know, 5 different models, and we'll talk about those a little bit later on. They do another thing that's really quite interesting. Second row seats recline and slide frontwards and backwards. You don't see that very often, okay? It's outside of the 9. This was the largest SUV they have, but the 9 is now larger. Downside to it, you don't get as much storage in the back as you do, let's say, the 9, which I thought was kind of interesting. Your competition was the Tesla Y, the Mustang Mach-E, and then, of course, you can get Kia's got another little car like that. Some of those are a little less expensive, but again, it's all about what do you like and what do you think when you go driving down the road. Super, super quiet. Very, very comfortable seating. No sunroof on this, which is fine with me. Reading some other reports, they say that these big pillars right here are a pretty blind spot. You get a little, I personally haven't noticed it. The camera system on the car is phenomenal, backing up and going forward. So, I mean, again, it's just people have certain little idiosyncrasies that they like or they don't like. I personally didn't see a problem with it, but again, I would at least take a look at that when you go out and you drive the vehicle. Shifter's in kind of an odd spot, but it's visible through the steering wheel. I'll show you that when we get in. So let's go ahead and take a walk around and see what this car has to offer. All right, as you could tell by looking at it, look at those massive red tow hooks. I mean, if you're going to say off-road, you're going to see off-road. And you can see the design in the bumpers a little bit better with the sun. That's kind of what gives you the that off-roadish. The other thing, too, compared to the competition, this vehicle does not have what they call a frunk. There is no storage in the nose. There's actually where the motor and everything is. Ground clearance is better here. Got a little bit more opening in the wheel well arches. The color is cyber gray. It is all-wheel drive. It's got a DC ultra-fast charger, which will charge this thing up really quick. Your door handles are kind of reminiscent when you close it. Everything comes up the mirrors. And then, of course, when you open it or when you walk up to it, these will also come open as well. Windows are tinted. Nice, beefy roof racks. So, you know, if you want to store any kind of like a Thule rack or a bicycle rack, they make that more than doable. Nice big entryway. They do a nice little design here on the door panel itself, which is kind of interesting. Your basic cards there. Now that center console is kind of unique because it slides front and rear, which I kind of was wondering why would that, what would be the purpose of that? But once you get in and you just grab it, I mean, you can come all the way back and you could put a cooler right down there if you wanted to. And then if you want to just pull it up to it, I thought, okay, that makes perfectly good sense. Lots of interior storage. I put a hat down here. You got hats. You could put storage all up there. There's where all your USB 3s are. You've also got everything nice digital. And I've talked to you about this before on Hyundais. And that is when you do the turn signals, you get the cameras in the gauge or in the dash, which is really nice. Turn right, same thing. I think that's just a phenomenal. Here's that shifter I was telling you about. It's kind of different when you go into reverse. It's like, and then excellent cameras. I mean, 360, the whole thing. We've looked at this before. And then there's the front. This actually shows you're a car. And then if we drive away, this car will literally drive away. It's kind of an interesting, I guess it does give you a 360. All right. So, again, when you get into the back seat, nice and big. And these seats, like I said, they slide forward, they slide back, and they recline. Easy to get a car seat in here. Really no problem at all. Got plenty of safety. You've got airbags. You got forward collision, lane keep, forward attention, blind spot, rear cross traffic, park collision. So it's got everything you could want. By the way, this model is the XRT. That's the kind of the off-road version of it. These seats do fold down. There we go. Not 100% flat, but enough. But they are reclinable, which makes for nice and comfortable. So you could get more storage in the back if you were so inclined. Got cup holders, and you do have storage in the back, so that's pretty good. Go ahead, and then of course you have all your power seats. The other thing that was interesting about this, this comes up, so if you wanted to put even more stuff inside, maybe a larger water bottle or maybe your purse or even a small bag, and so that's very comfortable. It's very soft. It's subtle. But I like the fact that the second row seats do. They do. Because you can see, I mean, look at that. That's straight up. Or you could just run these things all the way back. And then, of course, then you have your handle here. I mean, that's quite a bit of move. And it adds to the storage. And then, of course, you do have your center armrest. But when we open the back, this is where you're going to see that this is where that limitation comes in. So not a ton, but you got, and then of course, this little guy, this is important. This is your connector that you would put into to plug your car in. Okay. Now I have a level 2 Bosch charger. Mine plugs in. That's Tesla. Okay. So when you come over here, you can see it's a Tesla charger. So what I have to do when I charge at my house, I have to put that in first, and then I put my level 2. So if you're out and about and you go to a charging station and they're not going to have that Tesla. They're going to have this type. You have to make sure you have this connector. So you always want to keep that in the back. The other thing I like too is that this tells you exactly where your charge is. Full charge, medium, minor, and then down to nothing. And to close it, just close the door. Or to open it, right there. And there's also a button on the dash. But you see, there's just not a lot of storage space. Their cables and what have you stay inside there. Nothing on the side, nothing fancy. You've got, except for, I'm sorry, you get your 12-volt plug-in for your, I guess, your coffee pot. Let's see what else have we got. Heated front and rear seats, heated steering wheel, smart cruise control, surround view monitor. You've got a wireless charger on top of the center console, which I really, really like. You've got Bose sound system, Blue Lake for all your apps. You got a Wi-Fi hotspot. And one thing that's interesting is they're building this car in Georgia, and there's still up to $7,500 tax credits if you do go to purchase this car. Check with the dealer, check with the location that you're in. You're looking at 103 miles in the city, 85 on the highway, 94 combined. Like I said, the range, 245. I got 344 this morning, so I was more than happy with that. You've got the SE, starts out at 42,600. And then the that's a standard range. And then the SE, $46,650. SEL, $49,600. Limited, which is top of the line, $54,300. XRT is $55,500, which is what I'm in. Then they have an XRT with a tow hitch for $55,950. My basis was $55,400. They charge $500 for the strict paint, $210 for mats. Destination's $1,475, and it runs out at $57,585 as far as dollars go, and plus tax and license. So it's a little on the pricey side. You can get them cheaper. You can get them as low, like I said, into the 40s. So I like the range. I think the range really sells the car for me. Anything under 300, I'm not a fan. All right, so this will be on KCBQ AM 1170 Sunday, so you'll be able to hear a more intense review of this particular car. Definitely go to my YouTube page at Mr. Dave Stahl. Do me a favor, like and subscribe, and then it's going to be on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn and X. So it's out there. But make sure you do all your homework before you buy any car. And if there's anything I can do to help you, I'm here for you. All right, we'll see you next week. Be safe and drive careful.